This is Zeed. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today on Zeed Plays, where I'm playing a game called Euro Truck Simulator 2. This is the main screen. This is my character Jack, who is a newbie. I had a character on this way back a while ago who owned two garages and whatnot, but with the multiple updates that doesn't work anymore, so I'm just going to show you a bit of this game with Jack. I'm only just a level 1. He's only driven 470 kilometers. I only have 6,000 euros, so not nearly enough to buy my own truck, so I'm going to have to just take a job on the job market. And let's just find a kind of shortish and easy-ish one. Frankfurt to Strasbourg. That's not bad. That route's not that great. What am I carrying? Sawdust panels. Yeah, let's take that one. This will be a way for me to illustrate this. This is a pretty interesting game. It's part simulator, and I should say the driving can be as complicated or as simple as you like it to be. I basically have it on a fairly simple mode, but there are modes where you have to like shift all the gears and etc. etc. You use fuel. You can run out of fuel. I want to just hit some of these. So F1. Okay, it's just a pause and unpause. F5 shows the map at varying levels of zoom. So this is the closest. So if I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I get out of here, this is how. I have to go that way and then up, basically. And then you can see where the path goes in red. I'm going to leave it there for now. F6 shows details, what I'm carrying, how much money I stand to make on this, how much time. You see next rest stop in 10 hours, 57 minutes. That's part of the fatigue aspect of this game. You can turn that off, but with the fatigue aspect on, it's part of the simulation. Your character basically cannot just drive 24 hours a day. They have to stop and rest once in a while. This shows what kind of damage your vehicle has, which so far, fortunately, is none. And that's just nothing. I'm trying to see. One of the cool features about this game is that, well, there's many. First of all, the controls. WASD is to drive. E is to turn the engine on. Like, see there, I turned it on. And you can actually see on the dash there what direction I'm heading, what time it is, how many kilometers are on this vehicle. I assume that is. And then my fuel. I have about slightly over 3/4, and it looks like I can drive 2,300 odd kilometers on that. I love the fact that you can run out of gas in this game, because so many vehicle type games aren't. You just drive eternally without ever filling up with gas, which is really unrealistic. The other thing that happens is that over time, parts of your vehicle will get worn down, like your tires will get worn down, and periodically you have to replace them, or your transmission, or your whatever. It's just the simulator aspect of that is very, very cool in my opinion. There are speeding tickets, there's all kinds of things like that. Now I'm going to try to get us out of here without wrecking. I can't hear the shitting sound again. Hold on one second. Is there sound? There we go. Yeah, there's a bit of engine sound. I do want to show you also, by the way, this is kind of the main loading screen. It shows I don't know if that's the vehicle I'm in. If so, the vehicles are really well modeled. One of the things I love about this game is there's a radio station that if you speak, French or German or Dutch or whatever, there are radio stations. You can search here by language. So let's see, I speak some French, right? So let's search for French. There's Czech, there's German. Let's find a French radio station. I'm probably not going to play it because of a variety of reasons, but here's a bunch of them. And so if you have a favorite radio station in Europe, like Top Music Strasbourg is one I like, or you speak some other, or you don't have a favorite, but you speak Dutch, and so you want to learn more, you can just listen to that radio station while you drive, which is pretty awesome, I think. Okay, so it's WASD to drive, W starts, S slows you down, A turns that way, D turns this way, right? And then you can use the mouse to look around, and sometimes, like if I'm backing up, looking around is really important to do. Now, let's get out of here. And, I gotta try not to hit that post. You gotta look, and before you turn, make sure that you're not gonna run in. Because if I hit someone, if I took off in front of that guy, and as a result, oh, don't hit that, ran into him, you can get ticketed for accidents. You can get ticketed for speeding. If I ran into that truck right there, for example, and took damage to the vehicle, well, this isn't my vehicle, so on one hand it wouldn't hurt, but I would lose some of the money I would have otherwise gotten for this mission, basically, because of the damage. If it's your own vehicle, it can be horrendous. You can smash the shit out of it and, spend way more money repairing your truck than you got for the thing you did. And the problem with that is so it's a driving simulator. It's also an economic or business type simulator, because obviously you want to make money, because as you make money, you can you buy other trucks. Like, so say you buy your first truck and it's just awesome and you love it. And then you make some money and you're able to looking to buy another truck, or like upgrade your truck. And some of the trucks are definitely better than others. They aren't all the same. Some have more speed or more horsepower or whatever. So you're looking to upgrade your truck and you're like, well, now I have 2 trucks, so I can trade this in. Or what I can do is just hire a driver to work for me, and then they drive your old truck. There is a blinker system. I don't actually remember how to blink, though, so I just won't. It's quite a pretty game, I think. Just stop. Don't hit that guy. I mean, there's a lot of really pretty detail that I don't... And look inside the cab, even. Look. Oh, shit. Let's go. Let's go. That little park looks awesome. I'd like to just park. That's one thing you can't do too much. I wish we could just park alongside the road and get out and just take a walk, or have a picnic, or just lay on the ground, or pee behind a tree or whatever. Those kind of things would be fun. It's not that much of a simulator. Now we're leaving Frankfurt am Main. If you know European roads, or German at least at all, these look quite like German road signs and etc. I think they did a really good job of the realism of that. Same with the Autobahn signs. Those look pretty realistic. I think some of the numbers are even legitimate. I mean, I haven't totally checked that out, but I think some of them are. Now I gotta turn right up here. So you gotta be careful on a thing like that. It's a little hard to navigate at first until you figure it out. You can, by the way, use a wheel, a wheel and like a pedal system with this game, I believe. I don't have one, so I just use the mouse and keyboard. Fortunately, it works quite well with the mouse and keyboard. Now, see, it looks like I'm swinging it around and then taking eventually what is kind of an awkward left up here. So that's where the map scale comes in handy, because if I didn't see that until too late, I would miss it. And then you have to either find an alternate route, or you have to back up, or you have to do whatever. So I'm going to just go through the clover leaf. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Good God. Some of these aren't that well developed, the roads. On sunny, clear days when there's not a lot of traffic and etc., this can be really, oh shit. This can be really fun to drive, really relaxing even, or like after a hard day at work. You would think coming home and spending a hard day driving truck would be tiring, but it's not. It can be very relaxing. Now, if the weather gets bad or starts getting icy and it's harder to drive and harder to see and stuff, then it's not so fun. But that's part of the simulation to me. Okay, I'm gonna get over here in this lane. Now, my little navigation page will keep track. So you have 209 kilometers to go. They're estimating 3 hours and 22 minutes. You do have to watch on the Autobahn. See that thing up there? That is a ticket thing. So if I don't want to get a ticket, I gotta be careful. Oh, shit, dude. I'm gonna pull over here. I know. Blink. See, look at that. He blinked his lights at me. Did you see that? That's pretty realistic. I just want to show you this. See, here's parking and gas. Because, as I said, your gas does run out. Which I think is just... I'm so glad that's the case. So, if I want gas, I pull in here. Oh, slow it down. Slow it. Fuck. Sorry. And then, you stop your car. Dang it, I'll actually show you. I don't need gas. But you stop your truck kind of in here. There, see? Now I turn it off. And then it tells me the diesel price is 1.46 euros. And then I can just fill it up by holding down enter. Which I don't know why I'm doing this. This isn't my truck. And then see when I'm done, there's 245 euros. And I filled up a lot. And then you turn your engine on again and you just go. And if it's dark and I need to sleep, did I talk about the sleep yet? Oh, they covered. See, I can pull right in here and I can sleep. See, I don't want to. See, enter to rest. Because part of the simulation is that your driver, I maybe said this already, I'm losing a bit of track. I did a prior video and it had no sound. Seems like something always fucks up when I do a video. I don't know why. Come on, truck, get out of my way. But your person just can't drive forever. They get tired and they have to rest. So they can drive maybe 10 or so hours, but eventually they'll start yawning. And if you don't stop and they keep yawning, unless you can turn this aspect off, but if you have it on, which apparently I do right now, eventually your person will yawn so much that they fall asleep while driving, and then they'll like kind of micro sleep, and then you wake up and you're like about to just fall off a cliff or whatever. So it's best to just stop somewhere for the night and get a good night's rest. I find, just personally, this is probably just me, but when it's dark or rainy out, I have a little more trouble. See, like even now it's 6:30, so it's kind of getting darkish, but I'm going to try to keep going. I may not actually make the delivery in this video. I'm just basically trying to give you a sense of what this game is like. Oh, shit. You hit me, you motherfucker. He's like, see, 400 euros gone. How'd the cops know? I mean, there are no cops there. How did they know? There's no photo things there that I saw. The cops are totally omnipotent in this game. I don't know that they even exist. I'm not sure I've actually seen a cop. I would much rather, if you're blowing through somewhere with, way faster than the speed limit, that somehow it gets reported and eventually, the cops are after you. I would much rather that. And you had the chance maybe to try to outrun them or whatever, which is not that easy to do in these kind of vehicles, but I would much rather do that than just get automatically ticketed for like the slightest offense. But That's all part of the simulation, you know? Look at the light shafting there. I mean, that's really pretty. It's like I wish I could put my visor down. You probably can, actually. There are a lot of options in this game. I don't have the Going North expansion or whatever it's called. I do have the East one. I might actually buy the North one now, because now that I'm playing this again, I haven't played this in a long time. It's just a very fun game. It's just sitting here doing this now is just so relaxing. Look at, there's birds up there. I mean, there's a lot of detail. I may have said your character can level up, and as they level up, you can put skills. There's an RPG aspect, essentially, that you can put skills into certain things that make them, you know, like you can put skills into long distance drivers so they can take contracts that are longer. Long distance routes tend to make more money, like per kilometer, than shorter distance routes do. Although when you're just starting out, short routes are ideal. If you can get a little route from like two towns that are fairly close together, start building up a little money, and then maybe when you have like 80,000 or something, maybe borrow 20 or 30 or whatever the increments are of borrowing. I don't think, maybe I didn't talk about that either, but you can borrow from a bank. And that's one of the ways. I mean, the cheapest truck is generally about 100,000 euros. So I only have, you can see up in my thing there, I only have like just over 6,000. So I wouldn't want to borrow 90,000 euros and then buy my truck and have like 0 euros, because when you get a loan, you obviously have to make daily payments. Don't. I'm not following much attention to the rules of the road, am I? So you have to factor in your bank payment, etc., make sure that you're covering enough, and it really is helpful in that when you have other people driving for you. And then you can just take a nice long haul, like 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers, and while you're driving, you'll just see periodically a little message that says driver so and so has arrived, and they made, 2,200 euros or whatever. That's really satisfying at that point. And then your drivers also level up, and you can put their skill points in whatever you want them to have. So it's just a cool game. I like it a lot. If you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend it. It's available on Steam. I'm not sure the price, but I will put that in the information below. So, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Hope you like it. This is Cobalt Zeed. I will talk with you later.